to see me be successful? And how can you not be going hard every single day when there's people who are wanting to see what you're doing and they're wanting you to teach them? Like, if you are a platinum 150, if you have 3 people on your team, there's no reason why you shouldn't be speaking to all 3 of these people every single day. There's no reason why you should not be speaking to all 3 of your signups every single day. Like, 3 people, you're telling me you can't hit up 3 people. I promise you, if you talk to your boyfriend, if you talk to your mom, if you talk to your girlfriend, if you talk to your friend, that's more than 3 people every single day. And I bet you that there's somebody on this call who is P150 who has not spoken to all 3 of their signups every single day. Right? I personally think that up until you're at the rank of Platinum 2000, you should be speaking to everybody on your team at least twice a week. At least twice a week, you should be having a personal conversation with every single person on your team, right? Once you hit the Platinum 5000 rank, you should at least still every single day be speaking to your personals. Be speaking to your personals, because this is we're not just in the business of making money. We're also in the business of building relationships. Okay? That's what I'm going to tell you. Retention in this business has a lot to do with the relationships that you form. Now, as far as women being emotional, I ain't going to say that we are. I'm going to say that everybody is emotional and everybody just expresses it in a different way. Now, for me, when I have emotions that are running high, I like to put that into and redirect that emotion into a positive. So if I'm feeling frustrated with somebody, if I'm feeling frustrated with how something else went, I'm just going to work on something new and I'm going to see that through until it is successful. So one thing that I did want to say to you guys is, first of all, if you want to change your life, you have to change your mind. So if you are personally right here thinking, if you think that you're going to go chairman, drop some ones in the chat box, right? Drop some ones in the chat box if you think that you're going chairman. Now, make sure that you're listening to what I'm saying, right? If you think you're going chairman, nah, I don't think I'm going chairman. I know I'm going chairman. I know. At the end of the day, you know, if you see it in your mind, you will make it into a reality. That's what Bob Proctor says. Now, let me tell you a little bit about me so that you guys know that you're not just listening to just anybody talking. You know, Rob didn't just throw anybody on this call. So I'm Lexi, first of all. I'm 23 years old. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I have been trading since 2018 when I was a junior in college. I literally got introduced to this by another student at my school. And I was like, all right, bet. Like, I love money. I got on an opportunity call. I didn't listen to anything they were talking about because I was doing my homework, but all I heard was that you could make a lot of money doing this. And so I signed up. Why? Because to me, I only had like $500, but I didn't think $200 was a lot of money to start a business, which was why I got started doing this business, right? Because I saw there was so many people who were making 6 and 7 figures. Now, fast forward a little bit after that, you know, I pretty much stayed stagnant as far as building. Like I literally, my maximum hit P1K for a year. Like for a year, I could not surpass P1K. And that's because, like I said, I was not taking this business seriously. Now, you can either treat this business as a hobby or you can treat this business as a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it's never going to pay you more than a hobby because your thoughts become your thing. So if you are thinking that this is going to be just some side money for you, then you're never going to get higher than P1K. That's never going to happen. For me, when I started to realize that it wasn't just a hobby for me, like that I could really see massive results doing this business, that's when it took off for me. I went from being a Platinum 1000 last year in July to having 40 something people on my team to 2.5 months later at Platinum 5000, I had 450 people on my team, right? And that was because there was a massive amount of growth in those couple of months. Now, myself and current Chairman 10, Victoria Marie, we both hit Platinum 5000 within a matter of 4 days of one another. I think I hit it, and then 4 days later, Victoria hit Platinum 5000, right? Now she's a Chairman 10. So what actually happened is, and this is just the real of the business, because at the end of the day, it's not what you do when your business is, it's not what you do when things are going well. It's what you do when things are not going well that proves whether or not you're ready to see success or whether or not you're ready to be a 6-figure earner, right? So me and Victoria both lost the rank of Platinum 5000. And the reason why we lost the rank of Platinum 5000 was because we did not have systems in place. We were not speaking to all of our personals every single day. We were not making sure that people were coming in, getting plugged into the products and making money immediately. Now, the difference between that and fast forward to now, Victoria is the chairman 10 in this company, is because we now have systems in place with our team. We now make sure that people come in and are getting started right away, right? There's no reason why the people that you sign up, your personals, your team members, are not being launched within the first 72 hours. And I mean like on a launch call, right? They should be on a launch call within 72 hours. Then after they're on a launch call, make sure you guys are writing this down. Note takers are money makers. I see a couple of y'all are driving, a couple of y'all are walking around. But if you're at home right now and you don't have a pen and paper out, you're not taking this business seriously already. I see you with the notebook right there. Yep, my good sis with the notebook. So yeah, the first thing they should do is they should be on a launch call within the first 72 hours. Now, within that first 72 hours, they should also already have their brokerage account set up, whether they're trading regular Forex or whether they're trading binary options trading and you're getting them set up with race option or pocket option, right? They should have that within the first 72 hours. And why? Because you want to get them plugged into their first go live session also within the first 72 hours. It's just that simple. Get on, if that's only your only personal, there's no reason why y'all shouldn't get on a little watch party together on Zoom and get on the session together. Everybody on this call should have an active account, right? Everybody on this call should be trading as well. So if you're able to get on a call, on a Zoom call, share your screen or whatever with that person, and then help them to go through taking a live trade, and they see that that money can be made immediately within those first couple of days, that's how you get a customer for life. That's how you get a business partner for life, because whether or not they specifically made the money themselves, they've seen personally firsthand that it's possible for the money to be made, and they can visualize it for themselves. Like I said, you have to not only see, you not only have to do the work, but you also have to see yourself in that position so that you can be ready for it when it comes to you. So another thing on top of that is that you really have to be in love with this business, because like I said, it's not about what happens. It's not about what you're doing when things are good. It's about what you're doing when things are not good, right? It's about how you're willing to bounce back, how you're willing to get back in play and really take this business seriously and go all in all the time. Now, one thing I'm going to say is P150 is not the hardest rank to hit. I always get on these trainings with people talking about some P150 is the hardest rank to hit. Oh my gosh, once you hit P150, you'll understand that it's, all this stuff. No, P150 is not the hardest rank to hit, okay? P150 is the hardest decision to make, okay? P150 is the hardest decision to make. And the reason why I say that is because people don't want to make the decision and make that commitment, because once they do, now, like I said, you have 3 people's success tied to you. So that means that you have to go hard for them. And now that's just going to compound. If they bring people in now, if 3 people on your team, if you brought 3 people in and they all go P150, whether you recruited another soul or not, now you're a Platinum 600. Now you have even more responsibility, right? So P150 is not the hardest rank to hit. It is the hardest decision to make. So one thing I want to say as far as what's really, really important is being consistent with your content, right? And that's for anything. That's not even just for this business. That's for your brand. Social media is a business card at this point. So like every time that you go out, every time that you're in public, you should ask people for their Instagram. Ask people for their phone, put your Instagram and leave your Instagram up on their phone, on their page, right? Because when you do that, you then get people who are seeing what you do. You're then getting people who you're kind of like putting yourself in their face. And then you're also, when you ask them for their Instagram, you can send them a message, right? When I was in Houston for the MMO convention a couple weeks back, Every single place that I went, I asked everybody for their Instagram. I asked bartenders for their Instagram. I asked servers for their Instagram. I asked people in the mall for their Instagram, right? I had Maxo Cream, if you guys know who that is. He's a rapper. He came up to me and he was like, oh, are you a scammer? And I was like, no, I trade Forex. And then his friend was like, oh, well, I'm a real scammer. And I was like, cool. So then you both should start trading actual Forex so you can get illegal money, right? So basically, the more that you put yourself out there, the more that you ask people for their Instagram and you give your own out, that's just putting, your platform on a pedestal, and it gives you the opportunity to bring in more leads, right? Because at the end of the day, you should be constantly building your business. I have people, I literally know people who hit chairman 25, and then they just got complacent. They were like, oh my gosh, I'm making 10K a month. I'm making 25K a month. Okay, but that's cool. But who else have you turned into a six-figure earner? Like, you a six-figure earner, but who have you created that's a six-figure earner? Okay, nobody? All right, cool. So that means that your job ain't done here. You haven't created any six-figure earners. The goal is to compound your income and compound your impact, right? So you should have a schedule of when you personally are going to be getting on live sessions, when you personally are going to go through the academy. I've gone through the academy multiple times, right? Because you can always be a student. And then on top of that, when you go back and watch videos again, you actually learn new stuff every single time. So I like to go back and rewatch the academy videos. But when you bring somebody new into your business, to be honest, they should be done with the academy in the first week and a half. Like, the videos are short form. If anybody in here has not gone through the academy, that's unfortunate. The videos are very short, and it doesn't take that long to go through them. So once you've done that, I literally do not answer anybody's questions if they tell me that they have not went through the academy. Because why are you coming to me asking me what a pip is? Why are you coming to me asking me what a call and a put is in binary, and you've never even went through the academy? Clearly, you didn't watch like the first video, because that's in the first video. So now I know you're just trying to shortcut your way to success, and there's no shortcut to success. So the things that I want to say as far as building your business, right? You want to build relationships when you're recruiting. Building relationships is so important. Like I said, we're in the business of building relationships. When people feel successful, they slow down on achieving more, because complacency, the enemy to a great life is a good life, okay? The enemy to a great life is a good life, because you feel like you're good. You feel like you're comfortable. You feel like you have a roof over your head. You can afford to eat. You can afford, you can afford to go out every now and then. You can afford to buy new clothes when you need to, whatever. Why would you not want a great life to be able to do whatever you want for whoever you want in your life, whenever you want, right? And so that's the difference between living a great life and living a good life, is being complacent with your good life. The one thing though that will change that is that if you're persistent, you will get it, but if you're consistent, you will keep it. So you have to be persistent enough to achieve it the first time, and then consistent enough to keep it for a long time. So when you're building a foundation in your business, this is an entire system that I'm about to explain to you guys. Now, if you don't have at least 5 people on your team, then you will need to combine with other people on your team. You'll need to combine with your cross lines, your sidelines, your downlines, whatever the case may be. It's not necessarily about whether or not they're on your team. This is just about having accountability partners to be able to be successful, right? So what you want to do, and this is what a lot of the people in this business have done in order to be successful, they've paired up with a starting 5 of people, right? And that starting 5 is essentially used to build a strong foundation. So essentially you have a number 1, right? The number 1 on the team is somebody who is basically considered the captain, right? This is somebody who you can leverage. This is a platinum 2000, a platinum 5000, a chairman 10. Whoever is the highest rank in the group, that's going to be your point guard. They're just the top leader. They have a popularity, right? They have a face card that you can use to run events, right? The number 2 on your starting 5 is going to be your organizer. This is the person who creates your systems. This is the person who plans the events, finds the locations, right? That's going to be your number 2. So your number 3, this is going to be your promoter. This is going to be the people who acquires people on the team to go out and recruit people on the street, at the mall, at a restaurant, to come to the event in person, by inviting in person. And they also are going to be the person who comes up with whatever it is that you guys are going to say in a message when you're going to blast out and blitz on Instagram, in messages to find people that you're going to recruit for your team, right? Now, to come to your event, rather, not for your team. They're for your team, but they're to come to the event. And then the 4th person, that's your motivator. That's your motivational speaker. That's your person who could close anybody. That's your person who knows the presentation from front to back. That's the person who speaks with confidence. When they speak with conviction. And when they speak, people listen, right? That's your number 4, your motivator. Then your number 5, that's your recruiter. And when I say recruiter, the recruiter is different from the promoter, right? The promoter is the person who's going out and talking to all these people in person and is really mixy and doesn't mind just talking to anybody. You know, the promoter, also the person that's putting your flyer everywhere and all that type of stuff. The recruiter, this is somebody who can do the perfect invite. If you guys don't know what the perfect invite is, please look up the perfect invite and watch the video by Matt Rosa or watch the video by Austin Godsey. But basically, the perfect invite is when you call people and with a sense of urgency to invite them to your Zoom webinar, to invite them to your event, but you basically do it in a manner in which you're not disclosing the actual content that you're going to be going over. You're just letting them know that you thought of them as a really, really good business partner. This is an amazing opportunity. They have an insane work ethic, and you really want to know if you can count on them to show up to the call tonight at 8. It's free information. At the end of the day, they don't have to commit to anything. They're pretty much you just want them to come out and see if they would be a good fit to be a business partner with you. So if you guys don't know the perfect close, if you don't have somebody who's willing to reach out to anybody on Instagram and can recruit and build really, really well, then that's the person that you want to have on your 5. So basically what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to find a starting 5. I want you guys to find a starting 5, whether it's people that's on this call, because at the end of the day, it's 41 people on this call. That's 8 starting 5s right there, right? Because I'm not a part of you all's team and I already have a starting 5. So that's 40 people right here that can literally get together and be each other's starting 5, figure out what people's strong suits are. And then what you do is you create a group chat with your starting 5, right? For me and my starting 5, we have a Zoom call or a group FaceTime every single day in the morning for 15 to 20 minutes. We lay out what we're going to do for the day and we get that stuff done, you know, and the person who's on whichever duty, whichever task, they do whatever it is that's related to that task, and they drop what they're going to be doing for that task for the day in the chat, right? Because it holds each other accountable, but it also gets stuff done. And then that planner, that organizer, that number 2, that person makes sure that we have a space to do an event every single day, because I mean, if you want to hit a rank, you have to bring new people in, and you have to speak, you have to get the information in front of people. You're not going to hit a rank sitting at your house. I promise you're not. You're not going to hit a rank if you're not doing Zoom calls. I promise you're not. Like, that's not going to happen. When I went from P1K to P5K, I probably did 200. I probably did at least 200 Zoom calls. And that was fine with me. Do you guys know how much money was in my bank account? After I did that run, I was like, all right, bet. Like, even when I divided by the number of Zoom calls, I still made like a lot of money per hour. So I'm good. Like, I'm good off that. Like, that is worth it to me, because this is a residual income. You do the work once and you get paid, right? You work, get paid. Then you work, get paid. Then you work, get paid, get paid, get paid, etc. So like, guys, it's simple math. It's simple math. When you have 400 people on your team who are then doing work, I'd rather get 1% of 400 people's work than 100% of my work by myself. Why do you think these business owners hire 30 plus people to be on one shift working together? Because 40 people working 40 hours a week is, what is that, like 1,600? I'm not even good at math. I really don't freaking know how much that is. 1,600 hours. Yep, I was actually right for once. 1,600 hours worth of work in 1 week. 1 week, instead of that business owner putting in 40 hours of their time. Like, you got to understand why these people that own the businesses make so much money, because they don't got to do nothing. They don't got to do nothing. They did the work on setting up the business. They did the work to get the capital, to get the business running. And now they have all these other people doing the work for them. You want to be in that position. I promise you don't want to work forever. I promise you didn't sign up for this business to be working every single day. But you have to work every single day until you get to the point where you don't have to work ever again. So that's how you have to look at this business, and that's how you need to change your mindset so you can change your life. All right, so I read this book. It's called Girl Boss, and you definitely should read this book. Also, I'm gonna drop a list of resources that I use for my business in the chat box at the end of this call. So if you stay to the end of this call, I'm gonna drop the list of resources that I personally use for my business. Like, I have a website, I have like all this other stuff. I pretty much teach like marketing and whatnot. Like, me and my business partner, outside of Forex, I actually do like internet marketing and real estate investing and stuff like that. So me and my mentor are actually about to drop a course. It's $35 a month. It was a membership. It's $35 a month, and we're pretty much teaching people how to invest and learn how to build multiple streams of income around the same exact topic, and then also to be able to learn how to build their business and legally get it right, so you can actually get like tax deductions and stuff like that. And then also having the right mindset for your business, because that's what a lot of people like struggle with. Because I'm actually a certified Bob Proctor consultant. If you guys didn't know, Bob Proctor is a business partner of I Am Academy, and I am a certified consultant with Bob Proctor. So I actually teach his mindset course, which is very expensive, but yeah. So basically, you guys, in business, in this book, it said, in business, it is not whether you are skilled enough to make it happen. It's whether or not you're resilient enough to continue being dead set on the vision, even when nothing is happening the way that you want it to, right? Because 9 times out of 10, you got to try multiple different things in order for one thing to work. But if you're not willing, if you could literally have tried 9 things and then give up, but that 10th thing could have been that thing that would have set you over the top, right? And you would never know that because you stopped trying. So, if your plan B is not to make your plan A work, then you're always going to be moving on to the next thing when the first thing gets hard. You don't want to be that type of person. Now, another thing is, some people might align with where you and your business are at now, but not necessarily with where it's going, right? So when you have people who are quitting from your business, somebody who you sign up who might, not stop paying their subscription or stop responding to you, do not take that personally. Obviously, always reach out, ask them, hey, what was it that kind of had you cancel, or did you not have enough free time? Was it something that I personally did? Because you can always stand to learn more about yourself, right? But there's some people who just don't see the vision, who just don't see themselves as a 6-figure earner, who just don't see themselves as a chairman, right? And so if they might see themselves, being with you at P600, but they might not be with you when you're a chairman, and that's fine. Your business is constantly changing. And like I said, you're constantly building your business. The moment you stop building your business is the moment you'll stop getting to the money. All right. Also, somebody who's actually like a true girl boss, they know when to pretty much throw punches and when to roll with them, right? So when you're getting constructive criticism and feedback from your mentor, know that you need to roll with the punches at that moment. You need to listen to what they're saying. You need to be open to the feedback, and you need to be open to implementing whatever that change is to see if you can see some different results. There's sometimes when you can, combat it and be like, you don't know what you're talking about. But at the end of the day, if somebody that is essentially your mentor is your upline, they want to see you be successful. This business is literally, I'm directly impacted by every single person on my team. I have over 400 people on my team. I'm directly impacted by every single person. So for anybody on my team to say that if I'm coming at them, that I'm not coming from a place of love is crazy. It's crazy, because I don't want you to cancel your account. I don't want you to not hit the next level. I want to see you be successful. I understand, and I'm looking at what you're not doing, and I'm telling you that this is what you need to do in order to shift where you're going now into where you actually want to go. Now, it takes a lot of hard work to pretty much get there, to be successful, to hit chairman, but it takes even more hard work to stay where you're at. Like, honestly, to be complacent, it takes a lot of freaking work. Like, a lot of work. Like, it takes so much brain power to sit at home and really not do nothing. Like you might think it doesn't, but to resist the urge to like be at the next level and just like not listen to what people are telling you, not listen to and look at what other people are doing that are successful, is a lot of work. Like, it's really dumb, to be honest. Also, doing too much looking up at what others are doing and being envious of it instead of implementing it into what you could use can have you looking down on what you've accomplished so far and looking away from the things that you need to be doing to get where you're going, right? So the energy that you guys are expending on focusing on someone else's life is better spent working on your own. It's better spent working on your own. Worry about yourself. At the end of the day, you can be inspired, but never be envious. Never be envious, because doing that will deter from your blessings and your blessings coming to you sooner. Also, know that there's no finish line. Like I said, you have to be constantly building. I told you that I've seen Chairman 25 literally derank because they got complacent. They thought that they were good, and they stopped pouring into their team. They stopped touring. They stopped visiting people. They stopped answering people's phone calls because they thought they were too good. And now, guess what's too good? That check, because they're not getting it anymore, right? So, no. So, fortune favors action. So even when you've made it, do more to help others do the very same that you did to be successful. And you also have to invite opportunity into your world rather than waiting for it to fall in your lap. Now, that has to do with people who aren't taking action, who are just only manifesting. Now, manifestation and action go hand in hand. Write it down, write it on your mirror. Make sure that I am a chairman, I'm a 6-figure earner, I'm a 7-figure earner, I'm a badass, I'm successful, but also do the freaking work. You could say all day, I want money, but if you're not doing nothing to make no money, then you're not going to make no money. Your bank account will stay the same. Whether you're talking about how, oh my gosh, I want my account to go out of the negative. Well, shit, go get some money then. Like, I hate when people do that. People literally will be like, I wish I was rich. Well, then go freaking do what rich people are doing and put some work in. Like that, it's very, very freaking simple. Being rich, getting rich is very, very simple. Simply do the work, okay? Now, also know your target audience and know how to maximize free marketing, right? Free marketing is Instagram. Free marketing is TikTok. Free marketing is YouTube. Free marketing is Facebook, right? Half of y'all post one photo every 5 weeks and then wonder why your photo ain't getting no comments, ain't getting no likes, ain't getting no shares. Nobody really cares. You getting 30 likes. Why? Because nobody even cares about your freaking profile anymore. And on top of that, social media is an algorithm. Of course you're not getting recommended. Why, as Instagram, would I recommend you when I know you don't use me? Like, no, I'm gonna freaking put the person on there that's posted a reel this week, that's posted an IG story this week, that's posted an IGTV this week, that's posted a picture this week, that's commented on people's stories this week, that's commented on people's pictures this week. Because the more you're engaging, the higher your value is to the platform. Simple as that. You literally will see your likes on your posts double when you start actually being consistent with it. One thing that I use to actually be consistent with Instagram is I actually schedule my posts on Instagram. And people have been telling me recently, because I actually like started using a preset and everything like that on my Instagram so that all my pictures had the same filter on them and stuff like that, right? People have been like, oh my gosh, your content looks so good. Like, you're being so consistent with your posting on your wall. Girl, I'm so consistent with my posting on my wall because I'm not doing it. I literally took all the photos in a matter of like a week's time frame, and then those photos last me for like a month and a half, and it takes me like 10 minutes to schedule the month and a half worth of content. And then I just go back in over like the next couple of days and I just write all the captions for the post. But it's very easy. I pay like $9 a month for this app that literally posts all my posts automatically for me. And it works with Instagram, it works with Facebook, it works with Pinterest. With YouTube, you can schedule your posts later, so you don't need that. But yeah, I mean, it's so many different ways. And that is also in the resources sheet that I'm going to share with you guys, is what I use to schedule my Instagram posts, what I use to create a self-hosted website. And the cool thing about having a self-hosted website is that you can actually use a self-hosted website to create things like landing pages, to create things like funnels, to create things like where you see those people have one-pager websites where they have their what is Forex video at the top. Then they have their, their video about, how we make 2 streams of income. Then they have like a couple of other things. And I actually have that information about what I used in this document that I'm going to drop at the end of this call, right? And then I actually teach how to set up the website in my membership, which is $34.99 a month. But I didn't launch it until this weekend. But I'm also going to be putting a little bit of like some other free content on my YouTube. But I promise you that it costs, like, when I actually got my website set up to pay somebody to install the theme that I had, it was $275 if I just wanted them to install the theme, right? So $37, $35 is cheap. It's cheap. So yeah, definitely. So I'll actually drop my website to my membership in the comments, so you guys can actually go there and like put your name on the email list, because I'm actually gonna like send some like free stuff out. Like, I have like business plans I send out, I have free PDF downloads, I have ebooks and all that type of stuff that I send out on my email list. And then my course is dropping this weekend, and in the first 48 hours we're actually giving everybody 50% off of their first month in the membership. And like I said, it's like it's worth way too much money. Like, it ain't worth $35, but me and my business partner, we make a lot of money doing other stuff. So we were just like, let's just like get some people making some money so we can like have some students that are like, yo, Lexi helped me make, 5 figures doing affiliate marketing. Like, she the shit. I'd rather have that and people like actually speaking highly on my name than people being like having to pay and having to have a high price point and then they don't have, the money. It's moneymatters.com. It's money, matters.com, because it's for women. Our group is solely for women and boss women at that. So yeah. But there was one other thing that I want to talk about. So yeah, so there's a lot of ways that you can actually be successful with building this business, whether it's with running ads to your landing page. That's a very, very easy way to get leads. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen when you've been swiping on your story, but I know Alex Morton does this. I know that Matthew Rosa does this. I know that Yanalise Rosa does this. I know that a couple of other people do this. They run Instagram story ads to get leads, to get people that will come to their inbox and be able to express interest in wanting to be on a Zoom call, right? It's very, very easy. It's very cheap to do that. You know, you can run ads for $5, $10, $20 a day. And I know these people specifically get a lot of interaction with that. And that's why you see people hitting chairman in 90 days, because they're willing to invest in ads. They're willing to invest in expanding beyond their personal reach. Because at the end of the day, your followers only want to see the stuff that you're posting so many times before you need to expand your audience. You need to increase your reach. On top of that, you guys want to start using hashtags on your pictures that don't have so many posts underneath them, right? A lot of people use these hashtags like hashtag Forex, hashtag crypto, hashtag trader. If you click on hashtag Forex, I promise you it's like 5 million posts in there, at least. You think that your post is going to get recommended in that hashtag? No. But if you have a post or a picture from your vacation in Mexico, you can literally type in hashtag Mexico travel, hashtag Mexico vacation, hashtag Hard Rock Mexico, right? And that's going to have a couple thousand posts, a couple 100,000 posts. Now you're way more likely to be higher for people that are searching Mexico vacation to see your picture, rather than if you're just putting hashtag Mexico. You know how many people are in Mexico? You know how many people are hashtagging that? Nobody's going to see you. And hashtags are a very good way for people to find your page and be able to increase your following, right? I actually took a course on this specifically, and the mentor that was teaching it was like, literally, if the number of posts in that hashtag are not in the thousands, there's no reason you should be using that hashtag, because it's not doing anything for you. Hashtags are meant for you to have people finding your page. Why would you want to use a hashtag that everybody else is using? Now, another thing is that you want to, like I said, have events all the time. If you want to pick somebody in this call that you pair up with and y'all go to a community lounge, y'all find a location, y'all pitch in on an Airbnb together and run an event, you want to run at least 2 events a week that you personally are at. Because at the end of the day, like, the only way you're going to build your business is by getting in front of people, like, point blank, period. You could say all day you want to build your business, but you're not going to get nobody. Another thing that you can do is you can actually use Pinterest to drive traffic to your Instagram. And if you have a caption that is about a certain thing, what you can do is you can actually create a Pinterest pin that relates to that specific topic. Now, I actually have a blog. It's called thelexijway.com. And I actually have a post on, I actually literally just posted my first freaking blog this week on it, because I had to build out the freaking website myself and all this other stuff. But I actually have on there, I put one of my Pinterest pins that I use on Pinterest to drive traffic to the post, and it basically just explains like about what the post is specifically about. But like, for instance, let's say that you are on your post and you're talking about how, 5 ways that you can stop worrying about, worrying about other people and focus on yourself, right? You can literally create what's called a Pinterest pin, and drive traffic back to your Instagram and get new followers. I'm about to share my screen with you guys. I'm really forgot how to freaking do that. Okay, yeah, I'm about to share my screen with you guys just to show you what it looks like to have a Pinterest pin that looks like it. So this is my my website, right? And it says the Lexi J Way, entrepreneurship, personal finance, freeing yourself, right? But this is like the title, must have apps that can help you save $10,000 in a year passively. Now, these literally are apps that I use to save $10,000 in a year passively. Now, the app, I've personally saved at least $18,000 on the app already. Like, look, I have saved, what does that say? $18,768.62 with this freaking app. And it's because it takes money out of my account automatically. And then it also like has these different things where you're able to set different goals and stuff like that. I put that in this app. I explained like my story behind why I started doing that, when I was in college and all that type of stuff. And that app is called Qapital. I have the link to it in the post, and I have a bunch of other stuff on here. Now, this is what the post, y'all can feel free to go look at this and see what the other apps that I talk about also. But this is what a Pinterest pin looks like, right? So as you can see at the top, the name of my post is actually must-have apps that can help you save $10,000 in a year passively. But right here on my Pinterest pin, I have the best money-saving apps that will save you time and money. Right? Read this and more at thelexijway.com. You can do the same thing, and you can just have the pin be related to your post, be related to what your caption is on Instagram, be related to whatever your TikTok is on TikTok, and vice versa. If you have a website, whatever, and drive traffic to your website, and this is free traffic. Like, you can pay for ads on Pinterest, but you can, if you upgrade your account to a business account on Pinterest, you get something called Rich Pins. Rich Pins bolds your title to your Pinterest pin to where you now are more, what am I talking about? When something is bold, you're more attractive. Like, people are scrolling through all these other ones and they're seeing that there's not really a lot of, like, they're not as pretty as yours. So then they click on yours, and that's how you get people, right? So you can get people to your website like that. If you start a blog, guys, you don't have to have no viewers, no nothing to monetize your blog with AdSense. So if you have somewhere where if you like to write long captions, if you like to do stuff like that, just freaking create a blog. It creates more credibility, it creates another income source. It allows you to be able to do affiliate marketing and a lot of other stuff. So guys, I'm going to drop the link to my resources list. I'm about to add a couple more things that I actually use to the resources list. It's a link to a Google document. So I'm going to continue to add a couple more resources to it that I mentioned on here that I don't already have the link to in it, and I should have them in there within the next hour. So I'll drop the link and then I'll update it within the next hour so that you guys can see it. But I do want to go ahead and give people the opportunity to ask me questions. So once I drop this link and you guys let me know that you guys got access to it or that you can open it up, then I'm going to allow people the opportunity to unmute themselves and ask me any questions that you want to have. One moment. Let me open this freaking thing. Y'all, I have so many freaking tabs open on my computer. I don't know who else does this, but I be feeling like I have so much stuff on here and it's disgusting, because then when I be trying to go back through stuff, then I can't find anything. But all right, cool. So here it is. Let me open it. And then I just need to copy the link, share. And then I think I have it set to where anybody with the link can view it. So yeah, okay, cool. So I'm about to drop the link right now. Okay, everyone in the meeting. There you go. All right, so everybody let me know that you guys can see this, that you guys can open this link up. And then after that, I will have questions. I will let you guys ask me questions. And like I said, I'm gonna update this link with a few more different things, and I'll also include like the website, my membership website and stuff like that, so you guys can subscribe to the email list, because I do, like I said, I send out free business stuff on there all the time. And you can feel free to subscribe to my blog too if you want to. But yeah, so I'm going to give people the opportunity to unmute themselves. So let me go ahead and allow participants to unmute themselves. Okay, so I think I have people. Okay, so I have it set to allow participants to unmute themselves. So everybody do it one at a time. If you have a question, okay, if you have a question, then ask me right now. Oh, and also you guys follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @LexiJasmine, LexiJasmine. And definitely, if you guys are put this on your story and tag me, and I'll reshare it. I'll follow you guys back. I'll message you if you guys have any questions. Message me or whatever, because the more content that you have, the more sauce that you're putting out there, the more people are going to see your face, and they're going to know you as the authority figure in this space. People that never talk about what they're doing, they're not an authority figure. They're not an authority figure. If I went on my page today and I'm talking about guys, I'm an expert farmer. I've cultivated three crops this year. People would look at me like, this girl has never posted nothing about no farm ever in her life. Like, I do not believe that whatsoever. But then if I showed them my farm, they'll be like, all right, I'm gonna have to take some time on this one because she don't even look like a farmer. Nothing she's ever talked about leads me in that direction. But like, guys, first of all, it takes 21 days to make a habit out of something, and then it takes 90 days to turn it into a lifelong like hustle if you are serious and you do it all the time. So does anybody have any questions, like drop like me in the chat box or something, just so I can know who like actually has a question, like, and take the time to actually ask a question, like, and actually be serious about this, because it's not like, this is not to play with, like, this is not a joke. All right, Natalie, go first.
So I just want to make sure that I got this correct. So when you were talking about how you made your blog and how you made your website, is there you made it through an app, or you specifically made your own website and your own blog?
Yeah, so I actually made it through a hosting platform, which I have the link to the hosting platform in the resources list. And then I used a plugin on the hosting platform to be able to drag and drop my website after I installed a theme, rather than paying for somebody to design my website for me. Because like, for me, I wanted to be able to just like start, like, to just do it and get it out of the way. But the thing is, a lot of people will tell you like, oh, use Wix, use Squarespace, use stuff like that. No. Yeah. Do not do that, because those websites, you cannot pick them up and take them with you. Like, when you have those type of websites, they're stuck there. So if Squarespace went bankrupt, if Wix went bankrupt and they had to shut down their system, now you have to move somewhere else and you have to create an entirely new website. When you self-host your own website, you own all the content. All the content is copyrighted to your name, just off the fact that you posted it in the timestamp. And then on top of that, so you could sue people if they stole your content, basically. But also on top of that, it also allows you to be able to pick up and move to another hosting platform at any time. If your website got really big and you needed more CRM and you wanted to pay, a more expensive hosting platform. But like the one that I recommend, that's in that I put on my list, it's $3.95 a month. Right, but you have to pay 3 years in advance, so it ends up being like $140 for 3 years of having the website. But if you stay on the page, and I wrote this down in the resources list, if you leave the page open for like 5 to 10 minutes, it actually changes it to $2.95 a month. And then so then you end up getting like $36 off of it. And then on top of that, you don't have to have those other different, like, there's like a couple add-ons that they try to automatically check for you that you don't necessarily need on. So you can turn those off. Like, my boyfriend paid like $90 for his entire website with and he owns it for 3 years now, with creating his on the same platform that I created mine on, and he's using his to sell beats. Like, his is literally an e-commerce store. So, and he's able to sell digital products. There's also, I'm not sure if you guys, how it works in wherever you guys are located, but like a lot of the time with digital products, like if you have digital products on your site and you want to, collect people's emails and stuff like that, like there's oftentimes not a sales tax on digital products. Yes, this call was recorded. So you ultimately only have to pay taxes once, and then there's like a lot of like tax breaks and stuff like that works with digital products and stuff. And then another thing is, like, you want to build an email list up, because if social media goes down tomorrow, you want to be able to get all your people back. And the only way that you can get all those people back is if you have their email, right? And the only way that you can do that is by having a website that people can go to in your bio where they can subscribe, and then just freaking send out one email a week. Like, send out a weekly newsletter. If you're somebody who's big on motivation, big on inspiration, whatever mindset, send it out. Send one email out a week. If you're somebody who does a lot of photo shoots, you have a lot of content, like, do a photo drop, do a photo dump in your email list, and then talk about what you did this week, talk about where you traveled, all that type of stuff. Like, there's so many freaking ways to maximize your following and stuff like that. And I will post it on my YouTube channel. And then I'll just make it private, and then I'll have a share link. So I'll give the link to, if you guys want to message me, if you want the link, just DM me on Instagram for it. And then, yeah. And then I'll send it out to Rob over time. But if you guys want it like as soon as I drop it, then just DM me for it on Instagram. Also, okay, Bola. Is it Bola or is it Boya?
Yeah, it's Bola. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So my question is about the Pinterest, right? I have a Pinterest account. How did you make yours into a business page?
Yeah, so you have to actually do it on the desktop version of Pinterest. And then when you go in the top right corner, when you actually go onto your page and then you go into the settings, it'll allow you to change it into a business profile. So when you do that, it'll just take you through like a couple series of steps that will have you changing it into a business profile. It'll ask you what your website is, or if you have a website, and it'll ask you what the name of your business is and stuff like that. And then it'll change it over to a business profile. It's super duper easy. You just have to make it as you go on a desktop.
Yeah, my fault. And then like, when you post your pins there, do you also post like your Instagram posts as well?
So
besides promotional flyers?
So you can include the picture or something related in the Pinterest post. But the thing is, you want whatever is going to draw them off of Pinterest as the Pinterest post, right? So if you have a list, like in your Instagram bio, like you want the Pinterest post to have a list in it. Like you want like write on a piece of paper and like write out a list of what you actually talked about in your caption. Like if your caption was about like mindset and motivation, and you like write like 10 things that you want in the next, in the next 5 years, like write a list of 10 things and have like that as, part of your thing. Like if you look it up right now, like grocery list ideas, room organization ideas, college packing list ideas, the pins are going to be a list. And then when you click on it, it's going to be an actual blog post that's written out with pictures and all that type of stuff. But what drew those people in was the fact that there was an actual list, right? So you want to make it whatever is going to draw the person off of Pinterest and onto your website, your Instagram, wherever else.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Okay, Nika.
Hey. So, my question is, how do you come up with ideas to create content?
Yeah. So what would you say?
Or all the posts and stuff like that.
So what's the 4 things that you're most interested in?
That I'm interested in?
Yeah. What's the 4 things you're most interested in? Or that you, for instance, if you have a kid, right? That would be the one thing that you can include.
No, actually, like what I promote is not kid friendly.
Okay. No, it was just an example. It was just an example. Like people, like for instance, I know somebody who the top 4 things in their life are food, their kid, their dog, and travel, right? That's the only things that they post about on their Instagram. Then I also have somebody else who I know, and their Instagram is about nightlife. It's about making money. It's about vacations, and then it's about their relationship, like they have a girlfriend or whatever. But that's all that their page is about. Then I have another friend who their Instagram is solely about motivation. It's about making money. Then it's about their family. Like they have an entire family, so it's about their entire family. She'll have pics of their dog, her husband, her kids, all that type of stuff on there. And then it's also about, she does brand collaborations, so she'll do recommendations of like different items. You don't want to clutter your page with too much different stuff, but you want to make it 80% about your actual life and what you do, and then 20% about your business, right? Every single caption can have some sort of like theme to it as far as like what you actually talk about on your page, but you don't want every single post to be like in your face, join my freaking business right now. Like I'm trying to sell you. You don't want that type of thing going on your page because people will unfollow you. Like, you want people to see pictures of you on vacation. You want people to see pictures of you on a yacht, on a jet, whatever. But you also want people to see pictures of you actually doing stuff that you just do every single day. Like, you don't want people to just be feeling like they're getting sold all the time. So I would say write down the 4 things that you're most interested in, and then write down things that are related to that. So like, what's like, for instance, name me one thing you're interested in.
I can't say it out loud. Everybody's gonna listen to me.
Who cares?
Sexy pictures.
Okay.
And videos.
Okay.
Like making money. Yeah. So like, I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, if I'm gonna like do a website, you know, like you know how you just go blank. You just go blank when you have.
Right. So I would say when it comes to diversifying your content and making it more like, if you're like, for instance, I would say for you somewhat need to rebrand to where you can include more than just one niche of content, right? So I would say like maybe like every 3 posts, like if you post videos and you post pictures, like post more pictures, post like 1 video to every 2 pictures. 1 video to every 2 pictures. And then pretty much make sure that you're in the pictures sometimes not sexy. Like, and I don't necessarily mean
Sometimes.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily mean
Okay.
like not sexy. I just mean like not thirst trap.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Valerie.
Hi.
Hi. What's up?
Okay. My question was pretty much, you answered it with like Bola's and Nika's questions combined.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much, I guess you could say, in terms of Pinterest, right? If you were to post on Pinterest, you would post promotional things. And I don't mean like promotional things. I mean like things that'll attract people, that'll get them attention to your page initially. Is that what like the main goal is?
Yeah, so the goal is to get them off Pinterest and onto your website. So you want something that's going to want them to actually click off of Pinterest and actually go to your page. So let me show you an example of somebody who I actually follow, who has a blog that has millions of people that visit it every single day, right? These are the types of Pinterest posts that she puts on her page. So right here. So for instance, her website is about personal finance, making money at home, making money online, right? And saving money. So right here, what this $1 million blogger would do differently if she started again today, right? So that's how she gets people to go to the blog, which is a whole story and a whole bunch of different stuff, right? Right here. How I earn 6 figures a month, right? That one. Then you have become a pro at affiliate marketing. Then you have how I made $113,000 in 1 month blogging right here. You have $100,000 a month from blogging, ? It can be done. Meet Michelle, a 6-figure blogger, like stuff like that. So that's the type of stuff that you can actually use to get off of Pinterest and get to your Instagram if that's what your content is about, or get to your website if that's what your content is about. Now there's another girl that I follow, and her content is about home. It's about her house. It's about apartments and home decor. It's about blogging, and then it's also about what is the other thing that she talks about? College, right? So her stuff, like she'll have right here, how to start a blog, literally on a computer, and that's it. Right here, she has 31 outfit ideas to copy for Thanksgiving, right? And then she has pictures of outfits, and then she actually talks about those on her blog. Then here she has 31 whatever college hacks you probably never knew about, right? And then there's like a bunch of other stuff that's like posts that people would click on if they were searching for a specific thing. You want to draw people to your page, to your website, and stuff like that, so that they're able to come to you. And like she even started doing them where they're super freaking simple. Like, look at this: 30 friends giving ideas, 30 plus amazing ideas, 25 plus amazing ideas, random questions, you know, all that type of stuff. And you can just put little pictures in the background, and that's so easy to do on Canva. Like, that's so easy to do on Canva. You can literally make something like this in Canva in like 2 minutes. So definitely, if you don't have it already, get Canva. I have the link to it, and you get a free, if you don't already have Canva, and you get a free premium item when you do that, when you do it that way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. S is it Asia Cruise? Aixa. All right, that's cool. What's your question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so my question. I'm here. I listen once I hear the wake word. Alexa thought you were talking to her. My question is, when you do events, how do you get people interested in the event, even though they're not receiving like, how do I say, like, how do you pique their interest? It's about a business, but what is it that you say to draw them into the actual event?
Yeah, so the perfect thing that I'm going to tell you for that, watch the video, The Perfect Invite. You don't want to tell them what the event is specifically about. You want to count on them being there. So that's what you use the perfect invite for, is by letting them know that you want them to be there. And then another thing that you can do when you're promoting something and you have, like, let's say that you have a flyer or something like that, like, freaking get some food or something. Like, let them know that there's going to be music. Let them know that there's going to be networking and stuff like that. Like, don't just make it weird where you just have a bunch of people standing in a room if these are people that you really want to turn into a warm market. Like, if they come in, they see the vibes off the rip, and there's a lot of people in there that's like really have like a vibe, and they're talking to one another, and there's actually like a culture going on. That's the difference between getting people who actually want to join and be serious and see what they can actually do and see how you guys are around one another, and just having people just like showing up. Bella.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm doing laundry. I have a question. So I see that people have been posting on their IG. They use it's called Linktree. And I've been nursing that idea. I've been wanting to create a Linktree so I can then within the Linktree put links of different websites that I have. Well, the website I want to create for just my trading and my network marketing business. However, I see that you did a website instead, and I actually invested in a Wix for my boyfriend. I created his Wix. But for me, it's hearing you how you did it. I'm actually now doubting of like just redoing it, which I turned his website into a landing page for right now because I'm gonna change it. But now I feel like I don't even know if Wix.
Don't use Wix. Don't use Wix. Because by the time you've paid for Wix for 3 years, you could have owned your website for 7 plus years. Like literally, my boyfriend did the calculations, and if he had bought the tier of the Wix site that he needed for a year, he would have been able to pay 2 3-year terms of his current website. So I definitely would say don't do that. I would say to create a self-hosted website, use Elementor plugin, and then there's literally so many tutorials that are super duper easy on YouTube, and then all you have to do is just use Elementor, drag and drop to create a one-pager website. And
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you that's gonna be on your on the resource list?
Yeah.
So what do you say to just not even do that link tree that I see a lot of people do, because I don't really like too much the way it looks.
Oh, it looks
but
horrible.
I mean, it works.
It looks horrible.
A lot of people are doing it.
It looks horrible.
Yeah.
I would say that you should create a one-pager site with the host that I used. And then when you do that, use, like I said, the plugin Elementor to do it. It's drag and drop. You just drag it over to the right, and you can do like image carousels. You can embed videos. You can embed YouTube videos. You can make your titles fancy. You can have a bar at the top where people can go to different pages. You can have it to where you kind of have like little blocks and stuff like that. Want me to show you my boyfriend's website that I did? Let me see if I can.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have his thing logged in where I can get to it, because I believe that I can. I believe that I can just get to his website. Let me see. What did I use as my login information? Hold on. Because I totally did not make his website live yet. Luna, not do that. Do not do that.
My phone just died.
Okay, let me see if it'll. Luna, you're not allowed to do that, mama. You're not allowed to do that. Okay, I know you guys can hear me now. Okay, cool. So I think she said, okay, cool. I'm about to share with you guys to show you guys the website that I made for my boyfriend, and it's literally a drag and drop on the platform that I have. So Luna, you're not allowed to do that. I really don't care. Sorry guys, my cat is tripping. So let me share my screen with you guys and show you. Milkshake is cool, but no. Like, you want to have somewhere where you can acquire people's emails and stuff like that. And it's better to just start off on the right foot and have the most professional look and whatnot than to have to do a bunch of different things over and over again to try to find the right thing, right? So this is the website that I made for my boyfriend on the host platform that I have, right? And let me see if I can actually share so you guys can hear the hold on. Okay, so that you guys can actually like hear the sound and everything, because I know when you share your screen that there's like a way where people can.
Which at first I felt some type of way, but then I'm like, you know what, it doesn't even matter because I could find other people, you know. But what steps did you take? Like, what measures did you take from going from unranked to P150? Like, how many people did you call a day? How many events were you doing a week? Things. That is basically my question.
So when you're going P150, to be honest, you can go P150 in 72 hours, in my opinion, because you should be having an event every single day, and you should be at least having one Zoom a day until you're Platinum 600. That's my personal opinion, right? Because the more events that you have and the more Zooms that you're doing, it really gives you more content, because people are going to be tagging you for your story. People are going to be sharing stuff. People are going to be sharing the flyers. Your face is going to be out there more. So I personally think that you should be renewing your list. Like, you should always have a list of people that you're interested in reaching out to. You're interested in prospecting. And if y'all are on Rob's team, literally, guys, if you have somebody that you want to reach out to and you feel like that you personally cannot talk to them or could not convince them, like, just DM their profile to Rob and be like, hey, you know, Lexi told me to reach out to you if I have somebody that I want to reach out to, and I feel like that I can't speak to them myself because I need a little bit of help as far as what I should do to approach them. I think they'll be an awesome asset to the team. Help me out. Whatever. Because then if he reaches out to them and says, yo, one of the lady bosses on my team, you know, send me your page and I think you will be an awesome business partner for us. Let me know if you have time. We can get on a 3-way call with you and we can explain a little bit more about how you could be a really good fit for our team, and you know, we can help you make some money online. Guys, like, I'm not sure if you guys are, you know, have the link or you guys are geared up to get onto it, but at 10 o'clock tonight, we're releasing the ecom platform. we're doing an e-com launch for the e-com platform with IM, and the founder of it is going to be on it, and then also one of the what is it called? One of the educators is going to be on it. And we literally have convention coming up this weekend. Every single time there's been a convention, and you guys, I've been in this business since 2018. Every single time there's been a convention, there's been a promo. That means that there's going to be a significant skyrocket in the number of people joining this business when this promo is run, because it's going to be some really, really good price, right? So don't take that momentum for granted. Literally take this promo and run with it. Like, I should see freaking Rob at Chairman 25 after this promo. I should see everybody on this call at P2000 or up after this promo. Like, no cap, you guys, I went from P1000 to P5000 in 2 months. And that was because of a promo. My team went from 100 people to 480 people in a month and a half because of the promo that happened from last convention. So that means that anybody can especially hit freaking Platinum 150 off of the promo, but you can easily hit Platinum 1000 off the promo. No cap, like no, there's no exaggeration. You can hit Platinum 1000 off of the promo that's gonna come from convention. So definitely take advantage of that. And I don't think that there was anybody else that had any questions, but if you guys don't already follow me, it's Lexi Jasmine. Definitely follow me, definitely share this. And then guys, make sure that you guys look over the resources list, and I'm gonna add some more resources to it so that you guys can see everything that I've been using recently. Yeah, definitely DM me if you guys have any more questions. I have all the time in the world. This is the only thing I do on top of my membership. So I don't do nothing. I work from home. So yeah, feel free to reach out to me and definitely take advantage of those resources. If you guys have any other questions about getting your website started, like getting the stuff like put together and whatnot, like just message me on Instagram as well. And I am really glad that you guys got on this call. Definitely let Rob know how I did or whatever. But yeah, I definitely hope to see you guys at your next rank very, very soon. So, next time when y'all hit y'all next rank, like DM me your flyer, I'll definitely post it. But yeah, you guys have a great night. It was awesome talking to you guys. Thank you guys for being on. Bye.